Comment if you'd agree that this is the worst design that Apple has ever made. Personally, I kind of like it. It's definitely not the fastest charger, nor is it the biggest in capacity, but it's still one of the best MagSafe batteries available right now. Plus, a little DIY hack to make this 2.3 times better. So let's check it out. I usually don't care much for packaging, but when it comes to Apple, there's just something so satisfying about their unboxing experience. Anyway, starting with the design and feel of the battery, I would describe it as nice. A soft matte plastic shell with curved edges and a flat bottom lined with what feels like their silicone cases. It's a minimalist wet dream. Otherwise, it's got a lightning port, a tiny LED that won't wake you up in the middle of the night, and in true Apple fashion, a free lint roller for your pockets. Aesthetically, I kinda love it. It's Apple through and through, and if you're old enough to know what this is, it's nothing new and pretty nostalgic as well. Unfortunately, it only comes in white right now. Outside of the fact it'll probably turn blue over time from your tight AF skinny jeans, Apple doesn't even match it with their other white colorways, like their silicone case or even the iPhone 12 line itself, which is mildly triggering. That being said, if you do own the 12 mini, this is a match made in heaven, literally melting into one being. The curved edges are ergonomic. They don't dig into your hand and it feels like it's meant to be there. My only gripe so far is the bottom magnet does a terrible job at keeping it lined up properly. Like, come on Apple. That third nipple of a magnet is literally there for that exact reason. Now, combining it with their silicone case does a slightly better job, and even with third-party cases like the D-brand grip case with MagSafe built in, it connects just as securely, with the magnets working its magic, keeping it in place through my simulated air guitar test. But in the end, the battery's real advantage is the fact that it's actually MagSafe compliant, which means not only does it charge the phone, it actually interacts with it through software, giving you a fancy welcome screen along with a dedicated battery status in the control center, which technically is the only way to tell how much juice the battery has left. In terms of performance, although I've only used it for one day, without boring you with numbers, it gave my 12 Pro a 50% boost in about 2 hours, draining itself down from full to about 25% left. So if you're the type to do things quick and skip foreplay, this probably isn't for you. However, its other perks definitely make up for the lack of speed, like the fact that you only need to deal with one cable for both your phone and battery. But if you plug in your phone, it will also reverse wirelessly charge your battery, the first ever battery to be able to do so with the iPhone. It doesn't end there, because swap the plug around, with the battery plugged in, it basically becomes a fast charger, outputting up to 15 watts of charge, up from the 5 watts when unplugged. Another exclusive perk of being actually MagSafe compliant. The only other wireless charger that can do that, the Apple MagSafe charger. Yeah, they've got a pretty hefty handicap, as all other third-party wireless chargers are limited to a max of 7.5 watts, literally half the speed. It's basically the Apple MagSafe charger on steroids. The fact that it costs more than double the charger itself is because you can do this, which means they've basically guaranteed that you will never forget to charge the battery as well this way. That means you're buying a battery that goes from being a fast wireless charger to a just-in-case backup for all the TikTok scrolling while on the go. And if you're wondering, yes, it does act as a regular charger as well for any of your other phones or accessories you have. All that packed into about the size of my wallet. Definitely not the tiniest accessory in your pocket, but by no means will it be any heavier than what you're used to with packing down there. Plus, since it's just one shell, no buttons or any moving parts, it feels sturdy, and probably the only Apple product I don't have to treat like a baby. Now, for comparison's sake, some will say it's not the biggest capacity, and you're absolutely correct. You can get 5 times the charge with this combo, but the trade-off, well, you're dealing with 2 things, a long wire, and everyone will think you're probably playing Pokemon Go. Then there's the OG MagSafe batteries, like from Anker. Still one of my favorites. It's half the cost, on paper may look like double the capacity, and it can actually tell you how much charge it's got left, which I would agree. It's still a great option, not only for the price, but because you can still use it like an actual battery with the USB-C output if you carry other tech with you. The Apple battery, on the other hand, can only wirelessly charge, and does so well only if your iPhone has a MagSafe mount. That being said, the Anker is half the cost because you're getting half the features. It will charge your iPhone and will continue to do so until it runs out of charge itself. The problem being, wirelessly charging is very inefficient and creates a lot of heat, which makes holding the pair quite uncomfortable over time. With the Apple battery, it actually communicates with the phone and is designed to stop charging the phone after it reaches 90%. Not only will that dramatically reduce how hot it gets, It also means it just works. You don't have to worry about turning it on or off. Your iPhone will do that for you. In the end, personally for me, the fact that it doesn't get excruciatingly hot is worth it alone for the extra dollar bills. Plus, it also replaces my wireless charging at home. That's a 2-for-1 deal. To complete the package, I highly recommend you stick on a pop socket, preferably in all white because it matches so well, and definitely under the logo because, come on, you paid the Apple tax for a reason. Comment down below why or why you wouldn't buy the Apple MagSafe battery. Anyways, links to everything I showed are in the description down below, but that's it. I rest my battery?